Hi everyone, I'm Luke Hector and you're watching The Broken Meeple. This is a YouTube channel devoted to board games where I give my honest opinions regardless of whether some want to hear them or not. The idea with this series is fear of missing out, FOMO. This is where I talk about Kickstarters on a monthly basis because whether you like it or not, Kickstarter's here to stay. I have my thoughts on Kickstarter in general, or gamefound and all those kind of crowdfunding sources. There are some positives, there are some negatives, but at the end of the day, a lot of people are interested in them, and for a while, I never really bothered to talk about them in any great detail, but for the last few months, I've been doing a monthly video where I go over a bunch of projects and just give my thoughts literally from seeing it for pretty much the first time, it's not rehearsed, and I just give my honest thoughts about what the project looks like. So, it's been pretty popular with you all, so I figured I'd continue it, and given that Essen was earlier this month, this one got a little bit delayed. But anyway, that being said, we're in October. So by all means, we're going to look at a bunch of projects that are finishing in the next couple of weeks or so. But there are a couple that have already finished and we're going to be late pledging. So without further ado, let's make a start with Fateforge Chronicles of Khan. This is Mighty Boards, and this one has finished, but no doubt there will be a late pledge eventually when it gets there. This is a co-op action-adventure campaign full of twists, a sprawling story, and intense fights, but under 60 minutes. Okay, we don't usually get many of these that last only under 60 minutes, and Mighty Boards have been coming into their own lately. I mean, they've had Hamlet, which is a good one. Which was I haven't played it yet. It has been a highly talked about one. But there's also Vengeance, Roll and Fight. That's on my list to review as well. I've got Hamlet over there, so that's certainly a thing. But yeah, they've produced some pretty good stuff. And this one has funded, so it is happening. But basically, I got a little gist of what the game was about from my trip to Essen. And obviously Mike DeLisi over in the Dice Tower has already had a look at this. But it's the same designer as Vengeance and Posthuman Saga and Excavation Earth. So, interesting on that one. But it's had some pretty good boss, and from what I can tell, this looks like a cool little co-op action adventure game. I mean, it is your typical go in, kick the door down, and beat up the enemies. But you do have an app-driven narrative to help out with the bookkeeping and remember your decisions. There are some story aspects, so I suppose it's got a not quite Oathsworn, although more on that later. But it's got that idea that there is a little bit of a story behind what it is you're doing. But the idea with this is that it's essentially trying to be a bit more quicker and snappier. So you've got your characters, you've got your map tiles, you've got a bunch of monsters, you can get your items as per usual, and you go beat them up. I mean, what more do you want to do, really? So, this one's interesting. I don't know what to make of it, fully, really. It's certainly got a lot gunning for it and some fun little miniatures. How much are we talking here? We're talking 99 euros for the deluxe edition with a boss miniature set, so this stuff, and a PDF. So, I mean, that's not a bad price for it. 99 euro, not necessarily pounds. Add another 20, 99 to 129, and you get the deluxe edition as well as the Clash of the Immortals expansion. So that's basically, what, 30 bucks, 30 euro for an expansion. And that's the merchant pledge. So yeah, very simple pledge levels. So what is this expansion? Clash of the Immortals. Take you on a journey against the continent of the Khan. Introduces a new gameplay mechanic, new boss, new hero, new skills. So basically just more of the good stuff. I mean, that's not too bad for 30 euro, although maybe, you don't need everything in the box, so maybe just wait until you've tried the game out and see what it's like. But it's not too bad a price. I've seen worse. I've seen better, but I've seen worse. And, we've got how to play videos. The component quality looks kind of Mighty Board standard, but I like this idea with the initiative system where, the enemy reaction could be at various times with the players. You're rolling a lot of dice and using a shared pool of dice in order to do your actions. Again, much like Vengeance, this is clearly airlifted from there with the dice selection. This could be interesting. Difficulty mode, solo mode, play as two heroes. I mean, yeah. There's something for me here, and you can even just do, what was we got? Battle mode. So 2 to 3 hours to complete the quest line, infinitely replayable, series of combat scenes, some rest scenes, and then the actual story as well. So this kind of looks like a more cheaper, more accessible version of Oathsworn in a sense. I mean, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. And obviously it's got a lot of stretch goals for more content, but yeah. Interesting enough. Have a look at this on late pledge if it catches your fancy and see what you think. Alright, another one that's just finished, literally today I think, Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. I don't want to talk too much about this because I have already done a preview video of this, so by all means, Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin, previews and thoughts. Thank you everybody for viewing the video. 3,000's pretty good for any kind of preview and that I do, but yeah, Tainted Grail has funded, look at that, 4 and a bit million, that is kind of ridiculous, but I've already given my main thoughts on it. I have played the first 2 scenarios via the tutorial in the preview copy I've got. Hopefully they've got my stuff. I mean, look at this stuff. There is so much in here. It is ridiculous. I mean, look at all these expansion. Now, I haven't pledged it personally, mainly apart from the changes to the first edition, because I suspect I'll get a copy when this comes out because I previewed it. But yeah, I mean, look at all this stuff. I mean, all these extra little bits that I'm going to enjoy. I mean, like I said, this was good. I enjoyed my time playing this. It was definitely, you know, as fun as the original, but with some quality of life improvements, which meant that there was actually, you know, more, what's the word, like, you know, more, like, it was an improved experience. But we got some small creators having a look at it. There's me. Hello. Big smiley face and my teeth. What I'm seeing here is like an evolution of the original system. It's taking Tainted Grail, ironing out some of those issues, and giving me a new and improved version, which is basically what the summary is. As much as I love the first version, it had some issues, it had some grindiness. The quality of life improvements they've included in this one have drastically improved the game. Now, there are occasional kinks where I'm like, okay, are you also going to improve on these? But we'll see how that goes in development. But even if it just came out now with the preview that I had, I'd still be, you know, really into this. Now, there's a bucket load of add-ons for this, and you can get the entirety of the first edition with both of the big campaigns. The Red Death, which I haven't even tried yet. I probably won't bother with that one, but, you know, at least not until I get the 2.0 improvement upgrade pack. But yeah, there's a lot of different pledges you can go for, and all I can say is gauge your cash. Alright, I mean, there is a ton of stuff in here. I mean, you are making... They are really good value, these. Even though they are expensive. I mean, it's still, you know, $209 for that pledge, $99 for the core pledge and that. It's still a lot of money, but man, the value you get is obnoxious. It is so cool. It's obscene. You're not obnoxious, it's obscene. And you can kind of decide what you want to do. I can tell you right now that you don't have to play the original Tainted Grail to play Kings of Ruin. They are separate campaigns. The most you will get is a few Easter eggs. And maybe you'll recognize a location or two and you'll go, oh yeah, that location was in Tainted Grail. That's literally it. Other than that, you could jump straight into Kings of Ruin and have the quality of life improvements built in and not care. So honestly, pick your poison. But if you do want to get everything, then well, all gameplay content, $300 to get every bit of gameplay content. You want it sun dropped? And my figures are sun dropped, and whoo-wee, yes, they do look good. I mean, that's the thing. I can't paint my own models. I think sun drop is one of those things that's actually worth it, because the models, just having that shade, it makes them stand out more on the table. I do like the sun drop add-on. But yeah, you can have all of this stuff, and all of this stuff, and oh, look at that, the One True King pledge. Oh my god. Now, you don't have to go this mad. I mean, this is $819 for this. That's a little ridiculous. And I will say, being honest, I mean, yes, there's a ton of content, and if you can play it, great, but some of the extra miniatures don't get used that much. You know, those Guardian miniatures, they sort of pop on the board and then instantly leave. And the sleeves, I don't sleeve much of this game. I sleeve the location cards, I sleeve the decks of the characters I'm playing, and I will sleeve the event cards and like the quest cards. That's it. I don't sleeve all the other character cards that I'm not playing. I don't sleeve the items. I don't sleeve you know, a bunch of the other cards. So you're not going to sleeve this entire game because it's just not necessary. Do the locations and your character decks and you're kind of sorted, really. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Check out my video for more information. I'm not going to say much more, but yeah, it's you'll get the late pledge. Don't worry, there'll be a late pledge. Jump on it if you want to. Like I say, the best fantasy-based, story-driven campaign game I've ever played. It is. I just love this. Alright, let's actually get on to stuff that actually has, you know, released. So, well, not finished yet. So we got Trick Shots, 2nd edition. This is a hockey game. Literally ice hockey game. You wouldn't think that this was possible in a setup, really. But this is done by the same people, Wolf Designer, who did... what was it called? Warpgate. Warpgate, that was it. The space, almost like a 4X game, or like a 3X game, but it was one that could be done in relatively quick time. It had a cool card system in it. Yeah, it was a pretty neat game. I don't think I own it anymore, but they recently did a reprint Kickstarter for it. Well, this one is the second edition of Trickshot that came out a while ago. I never really heard much about it or anyone really talk about it, honestly. And the fact that they're doing a second edition guesses that where it says streamlined rule set, they must be fixing a few things. But, I mean, you got little painted miniatures, you've got the stadium board. I mean, it looks nice on the table. It's certainly evoking that theme. I love the fact that these are, well, it says factory painted production copies. So are these going to be painted actually there? I don't know. I hope it's painted. Let's have a look. Let's see. Highly rated, hard to find, how to play. So you're rolling dice, score the most goals. You think people don't know how to play ice hockey? You can activate players, you spend stamina, you do a push your luck mechanism. Okay, so it's push your luck with dice. Cool. I mean, these are players, but are they painted? What's in the box? Right, what's in the box? 2 wooden pucks. So a bunch of cards. Stamina tokens, score dial. I like the score dial, that's pretty cool. Large game board. It's pretty large. Alright, oh, okay, so you can choose whether to get them normal or pre-painted. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I like the painted versions. They look quite cool. Question is, how much does that cost? That's not too bad, actually. I mean, how much does it cost normally? So, €60 for non-painted, €89 for painted. I mean, for €30, is €30 worth it to have them painted? Let's face it, how much would it cost you to paint them? And I wouldn't be able to paint them, so I'd probably pay the $89, really, and get them pre-painted. It's not that bad. I mean, there's not much other content in there. A neoprene game board mat would be pretty sweet, I guess. There's not much. There was no real stretch goals here. Who's actually reviewed this? Be interested to know. So we got let's see, the V2 early review. Oh, no, that's not the channel. Game Room, Texas Gamer Geek, Foster the Meeple, Shelf Clips. Oh, Shelf Clips done it. Yeah, give him a look. He gave me a shout out a while ago to help my channel out. So you know, kind of owe him one. Give him a look. Let's see who else. Okay, fair enough. Whoa, that's quite a bit for shipping. €24. Yikes, and that's just the although where are they based? They're more based local to me, aren't they? Well, I say local because it's €30 to UK. Okay, so they're not quite based where I am, but yeah, that's quite a lot of shipping for what is not the biggest game in the world. That's probably going to hurt it a bit, because that means you're talking €110, €120 for this pre-painted game. That could be a little bit over the top, but interesting idea. I mean, I like the idea that this is a unique theme, because we don't have a lot of sport games, because they usually don't translate well to a board game, but a push-it-up mechanism, ice hockey, it's not really been represented before. Looks cool on the table. I think the pre-painted modules are probably worth it, because it really does look like that theme is well represented. Yeah, that's an interesting looking game. Oh well, have a look. It's still going. How long's it got? Oh, 30 days left. This thing's got ages. Blimey, how long can you make these campaigns for? Apparently quite some time. But yeah, give it a look. It certainly does seem to have that appeal. Alright, give it a see. Alrighty, Daybreak. I know very little about this one, because every time the word Daybreak is mentioned, all that you hear is, from the creator of Pandemic. Look, for crying out loud, just because the creator of Pandemic's on it doesn't make it an instant hit, okay? I mean, honestly, I give respect to Pandemic, but I'm kind of done with it now. I'm sick and tired of everything coming out with Pandemic on the name. It's like, come on, you know, grow a unique bone in your body. Well, this could be it, although climate change... it's not too different, I guess. Cooperative board game, so fine. Okay, is this going to have cubes that spread all over the map and, like, cascade if it blows up in some other bit? Please tell me this is at least a little bit different. Oh, we got another one. Matteo Menapace, I hope that's how you pronounce it. A designer and educator specializing in cooperative play. Okay, cool. And these people did Wavelength and Monikers. Ugh. Well, Monikers is alright. I mean, that's basically just Time's Up, but Time's Up came first and is probably better. Wavelength was alright. Nothing to write home about, but it was still decent. Question is, where's the rest of it? I mean, yes, I get it. A couple of designers have given praise, but it's a nice looking board. It's pretty, although that bright sunlight's going to obscure that blue area a bit. But what do you actually do in this game, right? How to play. Here we go. So your friends will puzzle over tense decisions. Okay, right, fine. What do you do here? So churning out loads of carbon cubes. Well, of course, it can't be a Matt Leacock game without cubes. You take on the role of a different world power. Reach 0 emissions before you hit 2-degree warming or put too many of your communities in crisis. Sorry, okay, fine. So the cubes are sequestered by forests and oceans. You'll be emitting way more carbon than the planet can handle. Okay, well, there's your pandemic-y thing, I guess, but it's not quite the same. Each player board is slightly different. So the US has to deal with massive transportation emissions, but the majority world has a different challenge of increasing energy demands. The artwork looks good. The rest of the components look pretty basic, though. Just these grey cubes and these tiny little tile spaces. But I like the artwork more than anything else. The card play. So, 150 unique cards that you only have a handful of potential actions you can take so you never get overwhelmed. And you'll be stacking cards with similar tags on top to create powerful combos. Why is this giving me a Terraforming Mars vibe? Okay, I mean, it looks interesting, and I like the fact that it's got designer quotes from it as opposed to like content creator quotes, although I spoke too soon, there's opinionated gamers. Alright, I'm curious, what's Matteo Menefe's done? Has he done any other games? I'm curious. Sustainability, Justin Beer, art by Madsberg. Oh, various art. Okay, so it's a collection of lots of different artists. So it does vary, I guess. We're donating to environmental concerns. Yes, I've heard that this is a bit of a sustainability project as well. That's all well and good. Hard to say, really. I mean, nothing about it is really jumping at me to go say, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to back this. It basically looks like a little bit of Pandemic, a little bit of Terraforming Mars. Actually, a fair bit of Terraforming Mars, actually. I mean, you're trying to stop the temperature from raising, which I suppose is slightly the opposite of Terraforming Mars, but you've got the cards, 4-player boards. I mean, it looks fine. I don't know whether I'm that desperate for it. I mean, how much does it cost? Where does it actually say how much you... This is backer kit. I'm not entirely familiar with backer kit. Pledge levels. Here we go. $50, and that's it. Well, that's not a bad price. I mean, it's cheaper than most, although, to be honest, $50 plus what? So, $10 to the US, 15 to 20 if you're in Canada, and obviously higher to go to the EU and UK and the VAT and customs. Other than that, though, it doesn't really say much about the shipping price, and you're charging it after the campaign. I am not keen on backing this, knowing that I'm going to have the most expensive shipping compared to some, and you're going to wait until after the campaign to charge it. Yeah, you know what? I'll give this a try on retail edition, but this isn't one that I'm going to jump in and back. Here we go. I forgot to add this one to the list. The Turczi Junior Promo Pack. So this has got 12 days left. I'm not going to say much about it because, I mean, this isn't something that I'm desperate to get because I don't know, saying that, let's see, I don't own Tekkenu anymore. I sold it. I do own Imperium. I love it. I've got Vengeance Roll and Fight. I sold Perseverance. Didn't like Tyrant and Suyu. Have backed Voidfall. Whether I'll get the time to play it or not, I don't know, but I enjoyed it when I demoed it. Don't know Venice, and I do own Carry-On. So I own about half of these, but then I don't tend to go mad on promos. But that's not why I'm bringing this one up. I just think this is a nice gesture. So David is just about to, his child is about to be born. Fantastic, well done. I may not be a kid fan, but hey, kids are for other people. So congratulations. But he's created a bunch of promos for several of his games, and it's all literally just to, basically as a little celebration then. I don't even think he's taken any... I don't think he's taken any money from this, actually. I'm making new promos. Is it literally just funding the promos? I'm pretty certain it was. Don't think you can split it up. Shipping. Although this I found out. It's worldwide shipping included. That's pretty cool. Although you will have to deal with VAT. That is the problem, I'm afraid. As much as Turczi can have command over the delivery and logistics services, he can't really command the tax revenue office. That's not going to happen. But we got some tiles, we got some promo adventures, the little mini expansion there, a promo pack of cards, some meeples, a couple of mini expansions there. So You know, it's basically €20 and you get a bunch of promos. And if you're thinking, well, hang on, I can't separate the promos out. Here's two things for that. A, it's free shipping. Get over it. It's not exactly expensive. B, it's for a lovely cause. It's, you know, celebrating the fact that he's having a child. So, you know, him and his lovely wife there. So, come on, you know, give him a break. And three, secondhand market. If you don't like some of the promos in the pack, like, you know, if I bought this so I could get Imperium and Voidfall and all that, then I'd just sell Perseverance and, you know, Venice and whatever to people who wanted them and just slowly make my money back from that. I mean, you could pretty much make this a freebie. It just requires a bit of effort on your part. I'm sure somebody will take the promos you don't want. It's going to happen. But yeah, it's just a nice little gesture, a nice little pack. So, you know, hope it's what do you say to what do you say in these circumstances? I'm such a noob when it comes to this. Like I say, hope the birth goes well. Hope it's a lovely kid, and yeah, you know, I'm glad you're looking forward to be a daddy. So, you know, thumbs up and best wishes. All right, you know, people might think that I hate Turczi just because I, you know, some of the solo modes and stuff like that. It's like, no, Turczi's lovely. He's a great bloke, but you know, I'm honest with my opinions, and some of his games and solo modes I adore, and some of them I don't. This is the way it is. Alrighty, let's move on to Leaf. So, what do we got? Embody the spirit of the wind and guide leaves to the forest floor to prepare the woods for winter. Well, I don't really care about the funding goals anymore because I've already done a podcast episode on this. Funding goals don't mean jack anymore. 3 days to go, not long. 2,500 backers. Who has published this? Who is this one? Oh, Tim Eisner. Oh, okay, because I think it's downstairs in the bag, actually. Tim has given me a copy of Canopy to review, which haven't had a chance to play it again since Essen, but I played some two-player games at Essen, and I thought it was really good fun, actually. I think as a two-player game, Canopy so far has, you know, really sung to me. However, I've yet to try it solo or the 3 to 4-player variants, and I kind of do need to try it at all those 4 counts before I can give it a proper review. So that one just might be a little bit delayed, but I will try and get onto that as soon as I can. But yeah, I mean, if it's the same designer and it's another nature-themed game, I mean, it's Weird City Games, it's Tim Eisner, so this could be interesting. It looks pretty. I like these nature-themed games, so what do you try to do? Guide leaves to the forest floor and connect them to the ones that have already fallen. So a bit of an abstract game, okay, fine. Attract woodland animals, grow mushrooms, lead helpful squirrels, and gain additional leaf cards and sun tokens. Okay, so pretty abstracted, but it's nice, it's pleasant. Okay, so what have we got here? Big trees, some wooden squirrel meeples, that's always a good thing. Punchboard leaf tiles, which do look pretty good actually, although I'm not seeing any distinguishing feature for color blindness. I can see 5 separate colors, and I can see the different sculpts, but I can't see any distinguishing feature, although, is that a little symbol? I can't tell. Maybe there's a... It looks like there's a little symbol on there that might distinguish them for color blindness, but I'll have to double check and see if I can find a more close-up picture. Nice, pleasant artwork. Player aids, well done. Somebody gets it. Animal and leaf board. Well, I'm glad you get a rule book. It's not Soulforge. And deluxe edition includes wooden leaf tiles. Ooh, nice. That does look nice. That's got to be a little symbol there. That one in the little circle there. I'm pretty positive that's got some colorblind defense there, but. Ooh, wooden leaf tiles look nice. Wooden acorns, wooden suns, wooden mushrooms. Yeah, nice. Oh, hang on, I might be able to see up close. What have we got here? Yes, I think that is... Yes, that is a paw print. That is a tree symbol. I'm pretty certain I saw a leaf symbol, a sun symbol. Yes, so they do have a marker to distinguish color. Okay, so it does look like it's colorblind friendly. Advanced play modes with animal ally cards, season events, and big animals. I mean, and a challenging solo mode. This looks like a pretty decent package. I'd take 1 action for each leaf tip the place leaf touches. That's different. Okay, I mean, let's anybody else? Let's see. Love to hate. Love to hate. Fair enough. Meeple Mountain. Edo's done a bit. So yeah, cool. It's funding pretty well. What else have we got? 2 more animals join the forest. Alright, so he's got the most like stretch goals there. Fine. Leaf playing card add-on. I mean, these do look nice, but I never really care about getting playing cards. That's not a deal. Oh, now it actually tells you how to play the game? Well, I'm glad it finally does, but it looks pretty. I don't know what I would think of this one, actually, to be perfectly honest. But if One Bit Wonder's watching sustainability, he does have a big play on reducing plastic and wooden paper and stuff. So I hope Jonah from One Bit Wonder is having a look at this project, because honestly, this is probably the publisher she wants to get in touch with. Okay, so alright, so where's the shipping and stuff? That's what I'm kind of worried about. USA get it pretty cheap. We get it not much more expensive. I mean, to be honest, let's see. To help reduce shipping and fuel costs, we're offering a discount for 2 games. Well, that's a pretty sizable discount. I mean, 15, 20, that's $10 you save on getting 2 of them. That's $6 you save on that. I mean, yeah, honestly, order 2 of them. Find somebody who wants to order this and both save a bit of money. But honestly, even if you get this on its own, $15 is not that much to ship a deluxe version of a game with a bunch of wood in it. That's a fairly good shipping cost. But how much is the game? $40, £36 for standard, £65, £58 for deluxe. Honestly, for this, ooh, I don't know, that is £22 extra. That's quite a bit of a jump, but you are getting a lot of nice wooden tiles. That was the thing. It was a very pretty game. I mean, look at these things. Oh, that looks beautiful. It's going to look nice on the table. Is it £58 worth plus another $15 odd to ship it? So you're probably looking at about £65, £70. Probably a little expensive, but then can you get this? Pledge 80 or more and get 2 copies. Okay, that's not a retailer backer. Although only 9 people have backed it, it seems. So everybody's just getting their own single copy. So hang on. So hang on a minute here. Can we get 2 deluxe? So copy of 2 Leaf Deluxe editions. Alright, so $130 or more and you get the deluxe. Oh, 65. So it doesn't actually save you any extra money. So this is just the way to get 2 of them and you just save on the shipping. Alright, so that's probably why there's not many backers. Maybe if they'd actually sort of done like a $5, $10 discount for ordering 2 of them, that might have worked. But then I guess they're discounting the shipping, so that kind of already is a thing. You can't ask for too much. No, it does look cool. Looks beautiful. I'm interested to try this when it comes out. I don't know if I would, like I said, I'm very picky when it comes to backing stuff at the moment. But I think this does look like a very nice, pleasant looking game. And like I say, Canopy's really good, so this could be another hit. Yeah, hopefully it is. Alright. What else is Weird City done, actually? Can you see that on this one? Yeah, normally you can see what they've done. Where's the... Come on. There we go. Tim Eisner. 6 created. So what else have you created? 6 created. Leaf. Canopy. March of the Ants. Never really went anywhere near that. Little Pig, which cancelled, and more March of the Ants. Right, so... I mean, this is only the 3rd game. I have no idea what March of the Ants was like, if anybody wants to fill me in on that one, but Canopy is a beautiful, lovely game. Leaf looks like it's continuing that trend, so yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, speaking of beautiful looking games, RedWood. Now, I didn't get to look at this in any detail at Essen because time and also Kickstarter, I figured I didn't desperately need to know about it, but... We've got RedWood from Sit Down Games. So Sit Down Games are certainly ones for keeping things pretty. And only 45 minutes, 1 to 4. The Kickstarter exclusive edition will not hit stores. I always hate Kickstarter exclusives. It's such a, you know, as my title suggests, a fear of missing out issue. Alright, well, let's hope they're not including too much cool stuff in the... Well, they've got an expansion. That's already a start. Ooh, that is a nice looking board though. It did look very pretty on the table when I saw it on Essen. It was on the press event that we went to, but other than that, there wasn't much else to it. So what are you trying to do here? At the fringes of a wild landscape, nature-loving photographers are traveling great distances and flex infinite patience to immortalize animals in a natural habitat. Yeah, honestly, give animal photographers credit. It's a very tough thing to do. Take a drink. Right. Dazzle your audience by demonstrating your wildlife photography talents, create a magnificent panorama, flaunt your skill with a great diversity of flora and fauna. Alright. I mean, again, I like these nature themes. That cover is very nice. I like the, you know, that really nice, gorgeous looking forest image with the animals, with the white stark background. I think that's a really nice one. Let's see, €65 inside EU and UK, 79 including VAT. It's not the cheapest, but let's carry on. Box sleeves. So these are all Kickstarter exclusive stuff. So a customized tray, which ideally a decent insert should be in all boxes, but fine. Yeah, if you want to do an upgraded design, you want to do a sleeve for that, that's fine, fine, fine. Upgraded components. Don't make that exclusive. Full personal supply boards, double thickness. Miniatures, central supply boards. These are all exclusives. Jesus. What do you actually get in the basic game? It looks like most of it is exclusive. So if you don't get a board, I mean, do you just literally put them on the table and that's it? First player pawn find, sunrise cards. Well, at least the score pad's not a Kickstarter exclusive. What are you supposed to do with string? Where does it actually tell me how to play the game, actually? That might help. Template stands. Oh, nice. Okay, and card sleeves. So core game with a nice sleeve. Alright, fine. Blimey. And the expansion now. Alright. Can somebody just tell me how to play the wretched game? Please tell me it tells me the rules to this game. Cool. Big box all in. Plastic trays. RedWood miniature. Okay, I get it. It's a good design. How do I... Finally! Jesus! Note to other publishers when you do your Kickstarter projects, alright? Put the how to play early in the campaign, alright? Not miles at the end. I mean, look how far I had to scroll then in order to get to how to play. You're just throwing all these pledges and exclusives and FOMO stuff in my face before I get to the idea of how to play it. That puts me off. No word of a lie. So what have you got here? So choose your templates. Okay, so you choose some of these plastic templates. Your miniatures on the board. Oh, I see. You move via the plastic template. That's different. Choose your subjects and your backdrop. And so I guess there's an arc. So is he using a plastic tray to do that? I can't quite tell. Compose your photo. So you take the card and just put stuff on it. Oh, I see. You take the tokens off and put it on there. So, and the card does look like the terrain. I mean, that's a neat idea. Team mode, solo mode. This looks like something nice that I would play solo. Yeah, so what have you got? And you can add animals and characters and transportation. So nice little things like that to customize the game. I mean, the game looks beautiful. Not gonna lie. It's a very nice, pleasant theme. It could even be a nice game, but wow, I mean, it didn't take long to explain what the game was about before it launches back straight into, you know, rewards and all that stuff. So, I mean, hard to say, really. I don't know. Mostly European people here. That oh, Man vs. Meeple has done a preview. Mostly European. I mean, fair enough. Oh, Shelf Clutter's gone in on there as well. I have no idea. I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice. Shipping policy, what have we got? Raccoon Pledge. I like the names of the pledges. So Zone 2, does that include UK? Yes, it does. 15, 15, 25, 25, 25. Okay, and 10, 10, 15, 15, 15. That's for most. I think it's cheaper if you're in Belgium, France, Germany, and Netherlands. That kind of makes sense, given it's sit-down games. How much is it, though? €45 for the Raccoon Pledge. That's the retail one without all the exclusive stuff, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So retail just gets you the very basic stuff. But €45 is not bad. €65 for all that other exclusive stuff. I think I'd want to pay the €65, frankly. But then you go to 93 and you get the Into the Wild Kickstarter exclusive edition. Is the other one Kickstarter exclusive? RedWood Kickstarter exclusive core game. It's a little confusing. What have we got here? So RedWood Kickstarter exclusive edition, core game rulebook, stretch goals, blah blah blah. And so this one is RedWood Kickstarter exclusive edition, core rulebook, Kickstarter exclusive expansion rulebook, and stretch goals and all that lot. All right, so this is just if you want the expansion on top, which is quite a jump from €65 actually, all the way to 93. But then, let's see, what's this one then? So what's the difference between that one and that one? Constrained cards mini expansion, RedWood miniature mini expansion. So it's a bunch of that, although you get the deluxe trays and the big box. And that's all for another, what, like €6? That's definitely asking people to back that. I mean, what have we got? 119 backers. So, I'm curious. I mean, there's mini expansions in there, and it's literally, what, like a €6 extra, maybe a tiny bit more in shipping? And 119 people weren't willing to spend an extra €6. That's interesting. What's Elk Pledge now? Okay, so you got the expansion rulebook, add-on wooden tokens, the neoprene boards. Oh, blimey. So this can cost you £122 plus shipping. Wow. It's expensive. I mean, to be fair, they had a few there. They had Tawaniku or something at Essen, and I thought, yeah, this one, which looked gorgeous, but it's basically a fairly simple Minesweeper deduction game, and that was like €60, possibly 100 if you bought the deluxe. Quite expensive, but they do some nice little charming games. I mean, Magic Maze is fine. I don't think I've played any of these small games. Tawaniku was nice. Dive was nice. Oh, I love that cover, though. I mean, that cover is gorgeous. Never really played any of their other stuff, though, but let's say it's a interesting looking game. I like the look of the game. I don't like the fact it's got a bunch of Kickstarter exclusives, and it took forever to find out how to play the wretched thing. But it'd be interesting to see a playthrough of it, maybe. I mean, I don't know if Dice Tower are going to do a playthrough of it. That'd be cool. Maybe, you know, I very much doubt Slicker Drips is going to have played it, but interesting to know. But it does look nice. But whether I want to spend that kind of money on it, though, for the deluxe version, remains to be seen. So, we'll see on this one. We shall see. Okay, right. Wonderlands War, Shards of Madness. So this is a reprint of the game and the expansion. And this one is not coming... And this one... Well, no. It's not the fact it's not coming retail. It's the fact that this doesn't include the retail version. That's what I've heard about this. You get the mini expansion if you have already got the game. You can get the premium chips separate, which is quite nice. And then Wonderlands War Deluxe Edition with all those trays in that. In fact, hang on a minute. Deluxe version of Wonderlands War with game trays, minis, and upgraded components. But then you've got the Deluxe Edition with the premium chips. Okay, so there's various versions of this game, but there's no retail version. I've done a review on this game. I think it was quite a while back I did it, but I definitely did do a review. Wonderlands War, Wonderlands War, Wonderlands War. Blimey, when did I do it? Was it quite a while back? I don't think it was that far back, surely. When did I do it? Acropolis, Tiny Towns, Filler Games, Kennerspiel. Blimey, was it before this lot? Oh yeah. Board Game Review, Too Long for a Bag Builder title, 5,000. Blimey, that thing's gone up in views since then. Although... 30 dislikes, 87.6% likeness, because I ragged on it for being too long, and newsflash, it's too long, okay? It's like 2.5 hours for this push your luck game. It's a long game, and I've seen it go longer than 2.5 hours. I've seen 3+ hours with like 4 or 5 players. It happens, okay? I think it's too long, but I do like other aspects of the game. Unfortunately, if you said that this game was anything less than perfect, you got downvoted for it. So, yeah, that was basically 30 fanboys. But, Shards of Madness. So, what do we got here? I mean, the Dice Tower love it. So, you know, I mean, Tom, this is definitely crying out for Tom. But I didn't, I mean, I liked it fine. I liked it okay. But, again, it was just way too long. If this thing was a 60-minute game, I think I would love it. I think it would be perfect for 60 minutes. 90 absolute tops, but I never got a game to go to 90 minutes unless it was 2-player. And it just didn't feel that fun at 2-player. It's like, you want a few players to have, like, some chaos around the table, but then you're playing it for a stupidly long time. That was the problem. But I can't deny that it looks gorgeous. I mean, this is one of the best looking, I don't know if there's one, yeah, this is one of the best looking Cheshire Cats I've seen. That picture of the Cheshire Cat is brilliant. And I like the other players, I like their boards, so can't really say they were particularly balanced, but I think they've tweaked the Mad Hatter and a couple of others, because I think that Mad Hatter was just way too powerful in the original game. But you've got the... Alright, so you can buy the normal with the cardboard chips. And honestly, the cardboard chips are fine, people. I mean, yes, the premium chips are gorgeous, but you do not need them. And the miniatures, I mean, you've got these standees in the normal version with great artwork. You have artwork. You don't need to have the miniatures, but If you want to spend for them, you can have it because, let's see, you can have the decent trays, you can have the leader minis, which I say they do look fantastic, but you better paint them. And then you've got all those Wonderlandian minis. Again, they look fantastic, but again, it's grey versus artwork. I'm starting to have this thing against miniatures these days. But a good storage system, game trays, decent looking meeples, faction specific chip bags. But where are the chips? Where are those premium chips? I don't know, I'll come back to it eventually. Actually, did I pass the chips? Where are those chips? Cardboard, cardboard, cardboard. I don't know. Probably I'll find it. But what is the mini expansion then? 35 card expansion, 24 Wonderlandian cards, 10 quests, which were a weak link of the game because quests were basically a little bit too swingy in my opinion. But again, check out my video for more details. But more Wonderlandians is good because they were a cool fact. But is that all it is? So it's just basically a few quests and some more character cards. That's literally it. Okay. But they're not going to guarantee future print runs and stuff, so this might be the only time you can get it. And look, here we go. Retail is not currently planned. Oh boy. But these chips are nice. I mean, the premium chips are gorgeous and they're going to feel good in the bag, so I'm not going to deny that they're great, but $50 extra dollars, y'all. I mean, it's a lot of money by the time you've spent for these. Yes, they'll last longer than cardboard, but it's not like the cardboard stuff falls apart when you put it in your hand. It still is really nice enough. What you got here? Newly updated. Yes, I don't remember the Jabberwocky being stupidly powerful, but maybe he just needed a bit more streamlining. But yeah, the Mad Hatter definitely needed a bit of a nerf. His ability was just way too good. Right, and it's got the gameplay, but like I say, I like the game. I'm gonna bet $100 that my review is not on this list. So let's have a look. Wonderlands War. So obviously anybody who voted it so good is on here. Yep, he loved it. He loved it. Yep, no surprise. I'm $100 and I'm still got my 100 quid. Of course, my video is not gonna be on there. Although the thing is, I gave it a 6 out of 10. Right, so I couldn't endorse it. But I gave it a 6. That's still above average. It's still technically a positive outcome. Okay, just because I didn't give it a 10 does not mean I think it's garbage. It does have problems. Yes, hence it's a 6. But for crying out loud, the amount of people that had to go at me for thinking that, oh, you hate Wonderlands War. No, I don't hate it. Crying out loud. But, oh, that's shipping. Cool, blimey. I mean, $38 to get everything shipped to you in there. Only 20 in the UK. That's interesting. Where's they based? Oh yeah, it's Turczi City Games. Of course, yeah, they are based more local. Okay, cool. But, yeah. Honestly, I mean, the mini expansion, I don't think I could care less about, really, with this. I mean, whoopee, you get a bunch of cards. But it's cheap, whatever. €15, I don't know, $15 for 35 odd cards? It's not exactly a massive deal, but the main reason you're doing this really is just to get the reprint of the game. So if you felt that if you think this game is for you, then there's your chance. Get it now. You know, decide whether you want to spend the money for it though, because I mean, as I say, 115 just to get the normal stuff. I mean, I got the retail version to review, which is probably what, like 60, 70, I think dollars or whatever, pounds, like normally. So you're paying a good £102 to get the deluxe version, which has the trays and minis, but you're not getting the chips for it. So you got to pay $180 and 159 quid for the deluxe version with the premium chips. This is a 2.5 to 3 hour push your luck game, folks. Do you want to spend that kind of money and time on it? That's entirely up to you. But now's your chance if it's the thing that you want. I liked it fine. I just had some problems with it. That was all. Cute. Alright, let's have a look at Dreadful Meadows. Right, how many have I got? 3 more. Okay, 3 more. Because I do need to wrap this up eventually. How long have I been talking? 45 minutes. That's not too bad. But I'm doing this at like midnight. So I do need sleep. Dreadful Meadows. I haven't heard about this one. But I saw, I think Sarah Shah looked at it recently. So I want to... chamomile tea. I'm going to watch the throat. Become the season's sweetest supplier in the strategic patch and worker placement game for 1 to 4 confectioners. Okay. So there's a cutesy Halloween game. Is this a kids game? Arcus Games. What's Arcus done? Only 2 games. Shelfie Stacker. Okay, don't really know much. Although, did I just see who I thought I saw then? Collaborators. Shem Phillips. Oh, Garfield Games is a collaborator. Founded in Wellington, New Zealand. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I forget, is Arcus linked to Garfield Games then? But, no, say, I mean, if it's got links or he's a collaborator to that, then that already bumps this up a bit. Oh, God blimey, hang on. Go back to the project. Go back to the project. Go back to the project. No, project. Follow. Kickstarter. Go back. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, well, let's see. I mean, it certainly is evoking the Halloween theme. You play a kooky confectioner, growing sinister seeds to create the most bountiful candy crops through crafty candy patch placement. Not the theme I was expecting, but okay, fine. No trick or treat. Let's see. Deluxe editions. See, at least it gives you how to play early. The aim of Dreadful Meadows is to become having the most victory points. No, Sherlock. Players gain VP by developing a meadow with sugar sprites and harvesters, growing candy crops and fulfilling a concoction cards. So, quick turns, simple actions. I'll be the judge of that, but yeah. The problem is, this is such a cop-out line. Quick turns and simple actions, yet a deep and strategic level of gameplay. That is such a marketing tool line. That I can't place any reliance on. Players place and retrieve their sugar sprites workers. Okay, so it's worker placement. Purchase and patch tiles. Grow your meadow. Variable player powers. Variety of patch tiles. And of course, nice artwork. So, expand your meadow by getting the patches. So you basically build up a little tile with... Kind of gives me a sort of Dice theme park vibe. Place a sugar sprite in your meadow to grow new candy. So I'm guessing there's a... Whew, sorry. God blimey, it is getting late. Purchase harvesters, retrieve them, make tokens, and plump them onto cards in order to get victory points. This kind of King Domino vibe with resource management, bit of a Splendor type feel, or you know, similar things. Oh, what's the other one called? What's the one that you put dice on the cards and you make little potions? I forgot what it was called. I think it was a Pandasaurus game, wasn't it? I'm going to kick myself because it's literally downstairs on the shelf. But, I mean, I got a little Splendor vibe, maybe. So, let's see. And we got Dice Tower. Covered it a little bit. What else? Only on Kickstarter. Oh, right. That's for the deluxe version. I mean, it looks nice. It certainly looks well produced. And if Garfield, if Shem Phillips is part collaborating with it, then this could be quite a neat little game. Can't say it's something I'm desperate for. I mean, this looks like nice, like family weight game. I'm just not the target audience here. But £43 for a deluxe version of this game. That is not a bad deal, folks. That is that's probably one of the best value for money Kickstarters I've been talking about this entire list. And Upside Leaf, I guess. Those two. So honestly, to have it relatively cheap, and what's this? Deluxe and Tricks or Treats expansions. If you want to add another £17. What does the expansion give you? Ships free of charge. Always good. And from New Zealand, that's actually pretty sweet in general. 3 new gameplay modes. A sweet as tile tower. A scarecrow. Some more cards. Some more tricks. Silo. That's not bad. It's not bad expansion for only 17 more. And is there anything else in here? So that's Deluxe and Tricks for Treats. So what's everything Dreadful Meadows then? Kickstarter, expansion, and bundle of treats. So what's bundle of treats? Bundle of treats? Bundle of treats. Some arty swag, a patch, pins, and stickers. Or whatever. Yeah, I don't really care about that. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to get the expansion with it, you're talking £60 plus shipping and £43 plus shipping for the normal version. That's pretty good value. Oh, there you go. Sherashar, she's done a 2-minute overview and weekly playback. So, by all means, give that a look. That's about it on that front. What's the other shipping now? Where's the shipping? Shipping. Because this is New Zealand. 15, 22, 20, 17 for United Kingdom. $17. It's not too bad. I mean, it is New Zealand at the end of the day. That's not bad value. It's not my... I don't think this will be my type of game. I think this will probably be a little bit cutesy for me. Maybe a bit too sort of more for families with their kids. Something to play around Halloween. But it certainly does the theme. It looks nice. It probably plays smoothly for a family game. it just probably, like I say, isn't my type of game, really. So, yeah, I mean, give it a look. Give it a look. Alrighty, Mosaic Wars and Disasters expansion. I have no idea what Mosaic's like. I never backed the original. I would like to play this game, though, because the game looks like fun. But, what the hell? Jesus, look at the cost of this thing. You get a giant box. You get a ton of content. Fair enough. Not going to deny that this Colossus Edition comes with a ton of stuff. But holy moly. I mean, if you just want the expansion, $35, 30 quid, you can have it. It doesn't look like there's a ton in it, but by all means, grab it. But then you get this. So the Colossus version of that expansion is £61. That is the cost of a game, and a pretty big production game at that. The premium the original core game, what was it? Yeah, premium Sinks edition of £96 plus shipping, and the shipping is not cheap. Get the expansion, £114. Colossus, and this is just for the normal game, right? So it's premium edition. So there's where's it show? Let's have a look. So I mean, like I say, you're getting a lot of cool. Well, actually, maybe there's more to this expansion than meets the eye, but whatever. Okay, fine. So the game could be amazing. I don't know, but the premium edition gives you a lot of stuff. I'm just trying to find out where it is. Where is it? Where's the stuff that says what you get in here? Perhaps I skipped over it. So what's in the box? So it just says what's in the box. Oh, here we go. These items are not included in the Sphinx edition. So you will not get... What will you not get? Plastic miniatures. You will not get metal coins. You will not get 150 wood tokens. And that's about it. Okay, so you get a reasonable amount. It's just the fact that you probably want the miniatures and those metal coins, because I'm sure they're pretty sweet. But let's have a look at how much that costs. $189 for the base set. All in, with the neoprene mat as well, $229. Oh my word! Oh, and that wasn't even all of it. Sorry, that was just, was it? That was just the Colossus. Actually, what's the difference? Bundle free, Colossus all in. Oh, that's because it came with the neoprene mats or something. So the mats, so you're still looking at $239. Crying out loud, this is costly. And the shipping, you want all in, £35 to ship this thing all in. Oh boy. Oh wait, that's just the core games. Sorry. £45 to ship everything to the UK. $55. Oh god, yikes. Ooh-wee. I mean, it looks cool. I would like to try the game. For all I know, it's great. Although, it kind of disturbs me that there's very few people that have reviewed it. That's what kind of really worries me. Because look, what have you got here? You've got, let's say you've got the big lot. So you've got, well, that's the tutorials, that's not a review. So you've got a playthrough, both Dice Tower, and I think Dice Tower did a review of it, which I did watch, and they did give it a decent score, although they didn't say it was like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, I don't think. I don't think it's got the seal of excellence here. I think it was a seal of endorsement. Could be wrong. Let me look for the logo. I'm willing to bet it didn't get a seal of distinction, or, well, seal of, or whatever, seal of excellence, because if they did, this would be plastered all over the thing. The fact that I can't see a logo for it suggests it was endorsement. I can't remember, but it looks cool. I mean, I want to play this game. It does look cool, but I am not paying $200. I mean, let's say I don't care about the expansion. I'm still paying $189. That's still £167 plus shipping. That's like £200 for this thing. Games just aren't worth this kind of money anymore. I know I've backed a fair few expensive stuff in the past, and honestly, I regret backing a lot of them. But I'm a bit more picky now. Money is tighter. The world economy has gone to pot. Shipping's gone to pot. You now need to take better stock of what you're spending your money on, and if you are burning a hole in your pocket, then by all means, grab the all-in. You're going to have a whale of a time, because, I mean, money no object. I would grab the all-in pledge. Sadly, I don't have many side clients anymore, so side clients would usually, for tax, would normally fund this kind of stuff, but that's kind of dried up at the moment. Yeah, it's expensive. It looks cool, but here's your chance to get it. If you want it, now's the chance. How long's it got left? It's got 22 days to go. But only 3,500 backers. Sorry, 3,500 backers is a lot. But only 318,000. So that means that... Sorry, no, only 189 are backing the... I see, 1,800 backers are backing the Colossus version of the expansion. So how many people are backing... So 12 people are backing the Kickstarter version of the core set. 91 for that with the expansion. So how much all in? Alright, so what's this? Colossus for the normal one. Not for the metal coins and that. 64 all in. Oh no, these are all bundles. So what is the all in for everything? So mats and everything. 503 people who have a lot of money on their hands. But as I say, I don't give a monkeys that you funded in 15 minutes. That is a garbage stat. Stop using it as a way to sound cool. It's not. End. Ah, well, let's move on. Last one. Oathsworn. So, can't really say much about this one because, wow. This is updated since a minute ago. It's jumped to over £1 million. I mean, congrats. Seal of Excellence from the Dice Tower. I have done a review of this now. It was the latest video on my channel, actually, I believe. Let's see. Is it? Go back to the first page. Go back to the first page. There we go. Yep, latest one. This is a long game. It's going to be a good 3 hours per story and encounter scenario combined. And you got 21. I've had to be corrected on this. It's not 24. It's 21 scenarios in this one campaign. So this is a time and money investment. But, spoiler alert, the game is pretty cool. You know, check out my review for like the final verdict and like some more detailed thoughts. But just to say, you get a lot of content in this box. So, yes, this is expensive. I mean, $125 for just the standee version. I've reviewed the standee version. Most people got the all-in pledge. Even Mark Dainty got the all-in pledge with the miniatures and that. I've reviewed it based on playing with standees. Honestly, the miniatures are fantastic. Not going to deny it. But it's an extra $100 for the miniatures. Is that worth it? And that's not even including everything, because I think that's just for the miniature version of the game, right? So that's not even including dice tray, pouch pack, the secret box, you know, the terrain box, the metal coins, all of that. All of that is $375. Look, this game is great. Okay, I gave it a good rating. I'm not spending $330 on this thing. I'm probably not spending $225 either. The standee version gives you all the game content you need. It just means that you're playing with artwork standees. Which, honestly, artwork is nice. The artwork is good. I mean, look at the artwork on these boards. It's sublime. It looks gorgeous. Have some artwork on these things. But the miniatures will block line of sight to a lot of the stuff you're doing, especially the Broodmother, the first one. It's definitely, you know, it's costly. And 21 scenarios, 3 hours apiece. This is going to take you 75 plus odd hours to finish this campaign. Because bearing in mind, not that many people are playing it standalone. And it's one campaign. I don't know why they didn't do 2 short campaigns or 4 short campaigns. You know, break it up, make it a bit more easier to digest. But that being said, for the people who just want an extended length campaign like Gloomhaven or something, then by all means you're going to get your money's worth with this. But it's an investment. And that's kind of the thing I said. I mean, look, endorsed. Alright, that kind of gives away what my rating was. Alright, spoiler alert, it was an 8 out of 10. But still, I say watch my video review because there's a lot of stuff that I need to say. And, you know, I've watched a few other reviews. They do gloss over a few points. I think I've covered those ones. But, by all means, it is a really cool game. I really enjoyed my plays of this. And if I had all the time in the world, I would love to finish all 21 scenarios of this game. I don't think I'll ever get a chance to, though, because that's a lot of time. You know, I don't have another 50, 60 hours to spend on this one game, especially with all the Essen titles out. But you get a lot of different characters. I like these sort of put and piece together miniatures. I like the card system with the battle flow. That's really cool. I like the fact that you got a smorgasbord of cards, like a ton of cards. The story mode is fun. It's immersive. It's interesting. But it, you know, until you get later on in the campaign, it doesn't feel as connected to the encounters as I would like. But you have to play through a lot of the campaign. You've got, you know, trays. I had a misprint on my setup guide for boxing it up, but you can kind of figure it out for yourself. It's not really that bad. But you get a lot of stuff. I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't even use these spiral-bound books because you've got an app. A fully narrated companion app from, James something? I forget his name, but a guy from Game of Thrones. My review mentions the actual name. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in just the standee version, let alone the deluxe version. But then you got all these ones. I mean, a terrain box. You know, 5 trees, 2 houses, and a few stone walls. Is that really worth $45? Premium dice, they look gorgeous, but normal dice are still cool. Dice trays, I never bother buying those separately. Pouch pack looks quite cool though, you know, a nice coin pouch. Art book for collectors. Map pack's pretty cool, although you're going to have to store that. Metal coins would be desired. Sleeves, 250, so that's about 400 sleeves for $15. Slightly more expensive than if you bought them Sleeve Kings normally, although these are 80 microns, 60 microns. That's the same thickness as Sleeve Kings, 60 microns. So slightly better than Sleeve Kings. So it's about the same price. I mean, if you're going to sleeve the game, then by all means. Although, do I really feel I need to sleeve the game? No, because there's so many cards. No, I'm not sleeving this game. No way. Customizable stuff, fine. Dice Tower Review is quite a good one to watch. Mark Dainty hasn't done a review yet, so when he does, I recommend going and watching his review of it, because he's, spoiler alert, really liking it. I've talked a lot about this game. It's got some cons, you know, I'm being honest, but those cons still got an endorsement rating out of me. I still think that this is a really, really good game. I still think that if you are not phased by the fact that it's a 21 scenario campaign and it's going to take you to the end of time to finish it, then you're going to get a ton of content in here and it's good fun. It is a really good fun game. But it's $375 for everything though, and $225 for that, and $125. It's expensive. So it's an investment, time and money investment. You need to be certain you want this. And also, that wasn't including shipping. I mean, this thing weighs about 25 pounds just for the base game, 40 for that, 55 all in. This thing weighs a ton. It was 11 kilos when I got my standee version. It's a lot. And you're looking at 33 just for the base. I mean, it doesn't go up by much with the extra weight, which is quite amusing actually. But yeah, you are talking $33, so what's that going to be? Another 25 quid? 20 quid? Bearing in mind the pound sterling sucks at the moment. So you're talking about £135 for the standee version, probably a good £225 for the deluxe one. It's a lot. You need to be certain this is the game you want. So by all means, check out the reviews. Alright, there's a bunch of review content there. I think the Dice Tower review is pretty good because there are mixed opinions on that one. I mean, John Vassell loves the game to bits. It is solo friendly, definitely. I mean, honestly, getting a group dedicated to play this for 21 scenarios, I think it's going to be an impossibility. But the companion cards makes this very solo friendly, and that's how I played it. It's how I reviewed it. Oh yeah, there we go, James Cosmo. So he's the one who's done the voice, and it's very well narrated. It's a very good app. So by all means, it's cool. Give it a look. Watch some reviews. Watch my review, please, if you can. That would be most appreciated. But, you know, I've given it an endorsement rating, so it's got my backing. And money and time no object. I would love to be able to play for all 21 scenarios of this, but it just really isn't going to happen. Right, not gonna lie, I nearly forgot this one. So you could tell I was tired because I nearly forgot to talk about this one. It literally only just came out today, alright? Give me a break. But yeah, people would have had my head if I had not talked about this particular project. So, although to be fair, there's not a huge amount to talk about really. So, of course, I'm talking about, yep, Spirit Island. We have a new Spirit Island game, and let's take up more of the screen. There you go. So, Spirit Island, Nature Incarnate. Man, me and everybody else who loves Spirit Island have been gagging for an expansion. So, even though we got way more content than we ever need, but of course, we wanted to get in on it. I mean, look at that, 5,000 backers already, and it's still got 30 days left. So, we've got new stuff. Although, they haven't revealed very much. They've got this weird idea of, you know, sort of releasing details of stuff much later down the line. So all these spirits are in the different updates. Granted, I just want 8 new spirits and a bunch of extra cards and that, so that probably wouldn't put me off as much. But still, why not release details early rather than later? Because this does put off a few people. But, yep, this is an expansion that is bringing 8 new spirits, 20 new aspects, and so much more. More fear cards, another adversary, and all sorts of cool, some more events there, some more fear cards. The aspects I'm definitely looking forward to. Different ways to play all the other spirits. I mean, that's going to be really cool. And, I mean, thank you for putting my video up front. Honestly, that is very kind of them. They asked me if they could have my video to put on the campaign, and they've put it up the top. I hate the fact that it was filmed during lockdown, though, so I've got the scruffy hair and the massive beard and moustache from COVID lockdown, but, that was a weird period for everybody. But, yeah, check out the review if you want to know my somewhat positive thoughts on the game, but it is saying, should you buy it, it is going into cons as well as pros. You do need to take some things in mind. But what do we got here then? So we got Incarnate Spirits, a massive titan that destroys everything in its path, to a mighty tree that defends the land, to a shadowy figure that slinks through the darkness and sends lone invaders to the void. So 4 spirits have their own Incarnate token, bringing this new mechanic to life. The other 4 spirits operate in a more familiar fashion, but range in approaches. Okay, cool. A spirit who starts the game dying. That's a different spirit. Okay, cool. I'm up for that. But, yeah, these Incarnate tokens could be nice and cool. All the extra content is just more extra content. But I want to see these 8 spirits. And I want these aspect cards. I mean, 20 aspects for spirits from the core game and each of the other expansions. I want more aspects. I want to see what these aspects are. It's just so little information. I can't really talk about much more. But you do need Jagged Earth and Branching Claw to play this. Well, yeah, you actually do need... I think you do need Branching Claw as well, because you've got the events and obviously you've got some of these other tokens, but you're pretty much getting Nature Incarnate if you have all of Spirit Island. This is not an expansion you're going to go, right, is this the first expansion I should get for this game? No, the first expansion you should get for the game is Branching Claw. Then consider Jagged Earth, then consider this one. So pretty much buy the expansions in order, but this is definitely for the die-hard fans of Spirit Island. Question is, how much does it cost? Because I normally wait for retail for these because, yes, I don't get it early, but, it saves me a bit on shipping because they do have to ship from the US. But, for the most part. But here we go. So, €55 for the $55 for the expansion and the foil spirit panels for the game. I hope they do the normal thick cardboard panels as well, because they're the ones I actually prefer personally. The foils look nice, but I like thick cardboard. Nature Incarnate foil spirit panels and sleeves, $70. So that's pretty expensive sleeves. Flocking Red Dollars, Nature Incarnate, the premium token pack and foil spirit panels. Hang on a minute. So it's $15 more if you buy sleeves with the normal version, but it's $35 if you put sleeves with that. That's a weird price jump, even though you're getting sleeves in both. Unless... No, you're getting the same number of sleeves. 2 Colossal, 2 Standard, 1 Mini. 2 Colossal, 2 Standard. It's the same number of sleeves. So why is the price jump so much higher? That's weird, and I wonder if they've got some updates on that, but I ain't got time to read them all now. But here's the fun bit. When you get to the ridiculous amount of money ones. The ones where you can buy everything for this game. So if you want to buy everything for this game, let's forget the sleeves. That's the premium tokens, though I do recommend. They are very nice. I do like the wooden tokens, but you can survive without them. You don't need them. But to be honest, will you get the tokens with the... Nope. So this is it. $300 will get you everything for this game, including foil spirit panels if you want. Every single thing that's being released without the premium tokens. 340 if you want to get the token pack. It's up to you, but the token pack is nice. Those wooden tokens do look good, as do the wooden Dahan. Oh no, you get them in the normal game, but the wooden Dahan, the wooden energy, I mean, honestly, I think the token pack is worth it. It's an investment, but it does really make the game look cool on the table. But $300 will get you everything from Spirit Island. Now, you can even in the US get the Horizons one if you so want it. And okay, that's got to be, hang on, that's $10, $16 of shipping. That's got to be for just the expansion. What is it when you get everything? There's got to be an updated pledge for that. No way. No way, there's got to be an updated shipping chart. That cannot be right. Really? We've run in this decade. Goal of any shipping is to make it there. We'll be charging shipping after the most. They have multiple fulfillment houses now, so they can even ship from Belgium, which is quite cool. Is that... I mean, the thing is, they can ship from Belgium, and yet the UK is still... Although that is including VAT. So that is actually not a bad shipping cost, frankly, when you're including VAT in it. But is that... That cannot... Well, it says 10 to 16. You're telling me that it's $16 to ship the entire collection of Spirit Island? Something doesn't seem... like entirely right there, but if that is the case, then I mean, what have we got? Ranges, lowest price being the estimated shipping at the lowest pledge level, and highest being the estimate for the highest pledge level. If you can get the entirety of Spirit Island shipped to you for $16, hell, even $39, frankly, that's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive shipping, especially as Great Indian Games normally don't have pretty good shipping rates in the past. But yeah, I mean, that's $300 is a pretty good deal for everything Spirit Island, although if you're jumping into Spirit Island and you've never played it, you might want to watch my review and watch a few other playthroughs before you, because it is a complex game. There's a lot of stuff in it. You may not want to jump in for everything, but if you do, that's a pretty good deal. I'm not fussed about the sleeves, honestly. I mean, I do buy sleeves for the game, but I've sleeved it with Sleeve Kings, I'm good. But it's up to you whether you want the sleeves or not. Certainly, I definitely want the expansion. I mean, of course I'm getting this expansion. Do you honestly think I would not get this expansion? When I get it, I'll review it. I'll talk about... I mean, there's not much to review in it, frankly. It'll just be a case of how the spirits play. But, oh god, yeah, you bet your bottom dollar I want this expansion and I'm getting it. But, you know, it's for the Spirit Island mega fans. So, you know, maybe do some research before you just jump in with everything. But yeah, we've wanted an expansion and oh, cannot wait. I just want to know about these spirits. Tell me about the spirits. I've got to wait for all these updates before I find out. I'm not even fussed about the adversary. You know, give me the spirits. And I want these aspects told in as well. Tell me about the spirits. Although, when do we get this game? The thing is, Backer Kit is... I don't particularly like Backer Kit as a platform. It's really confusing because it doesn't really tell me when things are going to ship. So, you've reached your goal, great. You've got the pledge levels, great. When's it going to ship? Doesn't really say. No. That's the shipping. That's Horizons. They don't say when this is going to fulfill, unless I have missed something. Hopefully that's going to be... I wonder if that's in the... actually, FAQ? Can I have add-ons, blah, 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 project, here we go. Can I ship? What's going on with VAT? Horizons, when will I get tracking? I can't believe that there's no FAQ for when's it going to fulfill. Let's have a look. Refunded with so much content. Yeah, big box or storage option would be pretty sweet, actually. I wouldn't say no to that. It's not saying much about what... Yeah, why is there no estimated date for fulfillment? Contents. It's not even saying about when it's... It would take me too long to have a look. But as I say, I'm definitely interested in it, so that's a thing for me. Right. Okay, so, pick of the week. I mean, oh, I don't know. Pick of the month. As I say, Oathsworn is pretty cool, but like I say, very, very expensive. Trying to think what else I talked about. I think, though, looking at, let's see. As I think, I talked about Mosaic, I talked about that Halloween game. I've deleted the windows, which doesn't help, actually, but what else could I want to do? I think I quite liked the look of Leaf, I think, actually. I think Leaf was probably... Go on, let me have another look at that. Leaf? Is that on here? Yeah. Leaf on there. So, I mean, this one was... Because I came across a lot of stuff that looked really good, but they were quite pricey. This one, £58. Not the cheapest thing in the world, but for wooden leaf tiles that look really gorgeous. A bunch of cards, you know, wooden, because that was the standard version. So you got all these wooden tokens, all those wooden tokens. This lovely looking at that art box looks gorgeous. Some more plants, some more like play mode, so it's got good variety in the box. It looks like a nice game, and it's going to look very pretty on the table. The question is, will it obviously stand the test of time in that? But I mean, this looks quite cool. I think I'll give this one my... I'm going to give this one my pick of the month, actually. I think for what you're getting in this box, for how good it looks, for the fact that it's got the sustainability concern. I mean, I don't normally rate that particularly highly with games, but I think these days it's nice that some people actually give it some thought. And Canopy was a really good little card game. I mean, I've got to try out the other variants, but as its primary design, which is 2-player, I thought it was excellent. So, you know, I will do a full review of it at some point. But these do look nice, they're colorblind friendly, and it's not the most expensive thing in the world. I mean, £58, and if you... I mean, let's say you get 2 deluxe versions, so you're paying no extra shipping for the second one, so you're getting it for, what, £115, and where's the shipping? Ship. Would have liked a few smaller creators to have given this one a review, sadly, but we'll see. Come on, where's the shipping? Ship. Alright, there we go. Shipping, so standard to the UK, you're paying $20 to ship this. So you're probably about £15. So you're talking £130 for 2 copies shipped. So £65. Whereas you're already paying £58 for the normal version. To ship a standard by itself, £15, that would probably be a tenner, so 68, 60. So you're not saving a ton. I mean, the pound sterling kind of sucks. You might make more of a saving if you're in the USA or something. But, I mean, £65 for this is not a bad deal to have it shipped and look that good. And it's already got, you know, some good pedigree from them. And what else we got? Ooh, interesting. So, Scott Caputo and Corey Coleman and that. They've lended and Sen Fuin Lim. Yeah, some good names here for game development. So it's definitely got some backing behind it. So, I don't know. I'm keen to see what this one's like. So this is my pick of the month, Leaf. Give it a look if you want a nice little nature game, you know, and nice looking nature themed game with really nice components, then by all means give it a look, especially if Canopy was one that you already liked. You know, more nature games, please. I know we're kind of saturated with them at the moment, but frankly, they make for very nice looking games, and I'd rather have it than Mediterranean beige Euro nonsense and that. So it's kind of the way I see it. Anyway, that's stop sharing. Here we go. So yeah, that's a lot of projects. You know, a bit late with this one this month, but it just means I've covered a few more. Hopefully that was enjoyable. Hopefully that gave you some information. Bearing in mind, I look at these pretty much from a first-timer perspective, so it's not like I do a ton of research on all of these before I jump in, because I want to have my first-time reactions and see what it's like. So hopefully it's entertaining as well as useful. But some cool-looking stuff there. Some very expensive stuff there. I mean, if you want to splash out your money, you've got Oathsworn and Mosaic. You know, those two will set you up a treat. The Fateforge one did look pretty sweet. I didn't want to... I mean, that's the thing. I gave my pick to Leaf. I didn't necessarily want to give it to Tainted, Grail, Kings of Ruin, because as much as I do think that's really good value, and I do think it's fantastic, it is also another cost investment. So I'm sort of going by cost here. But Leaf would get my pick of the month. I would probably say Tainted Grail would be the second best pick of the month. I would certainly say those two are the ones I'm looking for. Certainly out of the expensive ones, I'd go for the Tainted Grail like like crazy, because that's my favorite of all of those. And for the slightly smaller scale stuff, I'd probably go Leaf. So that's the way it is. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you on the next Kickstarter video for November, so mid-November. Hopefully we got some more campaigns to look at then. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. If you like what you see, thumb it up. Give me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on some of these games. Subscribe to the channel or the Patreon if you want to help out with review copies. But most of all, like I say, just glad you watched the video. Take care, and remember, as always, it's only a game, whether it's Kickstarter or not. Bye for now.